Да, ну, короче, я все лагеря нашел по карте, и это было задание от... Ну, это типа один из политиков. Правда, там еще надо какие-то свитки найти, но я пока все не нашел.
Sir de Corsilion.
Decidez, my young student, what can I do for you?
The mission you entrusted me with has made great progress.
Very well, let's see. Oh, this is remarkable work. You explored the entire surface of the island. Well, almost. Congratulations. Thanks to you, our merchants and explorers will be able to reach the heart of this island safely. The prince will surely be very grateful for this. I know I am. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Did you know that the congregation have already tried to colonize this island in the past?
Oh, yes. I learned about it in some old archives, but the prince made me swear to keep it a secret.
And I suppose that you also knew that it's where I was born.
No, that part I guessed once I arrived here. But I knew that you were not the child of Madame de Sade. I knew her husband, you see, and despite what you may have been told, you do not look like him. The portraits you saw had been modified to make it seem like you did. I'm sorry. I imagine that uncovering such a lie must have hurt you terribly. But you can be certain of one thing. Your mother loved you dearly.
But why? Why hide the truth from me for all this time?
I don't know. The prince has his own reasons, and he's the one you should be asking. As for your mother, I believe she eventually started believing her own lie.
Looking forward to see.
Да, ну я сегодня помог, значит, с утра обоим государствам. Там их осаждали. 2 босса я убил. Сейчас надо сказать по своему кузену, что все хорошо. Ну вот я вангую уже, что кузен будет самым последним боссом. Он по-любому изменится и будет каким-нибудь...
Constantine.
My adorable cousin. I am always happy to see you. What news do you bring?
We managed to solve the problem of the attacks on San Mateus.
Really? So, what was causing them?
The city and its outposts were being continuously attacked by animals. These beasts were led by a large creature that strangely resembled a mountain guardian.
This is the same creature which High King Vinbar turned into, isn't it?
Exactly. Except it looked sick and it didn't act like the High King did. It was calling the animals around it, and it seemed like it was transferring its disease to them before making them attack. I've never seen anything like it. And there's more. Hikmet was in a similar situation, do you remember?
Of course. Don't tell me that a guardian was involved there as well.
Yes. The governor was convinced that the attacks were led by the islanders, and yet they were being attacked as well. And it was by their side that I fought the creature. That time it was a Nardaig Glenderman, a beach guardian, but it seemed just as sick. And it was also manipulating the animals to make them aggressive.
So, it would be some kind of epidemic affecting the Guardians. I don't see what we can do about it. Actually, I think you've already done what had to be done, by eliminating those that were threatening our neighbors.
Perhaps. But I am certain that there is more to it than a simple epidemic. These beasts attack in a coordinated fashion, which requires an intelligence that they don't have.
You're exaggerating, fair cousin. The attacks you thought were coordinated may just have been coincidental.
You may be right. But I can't help thinking that someone is behind all this.
Do you really believe that a Denegad would want to take over the island? Cousin, you know how much I respect you, but frankly, this doesn't seem very coherent. But I see it's already quite late. If you'll excuse me, fair cousin. Regrettably, I must leave you.
Where are you going?
Not very far, rest assured. But I have a small personal matter to take care of, you see. Don't be concerned. There's absolutely no risk. Use the opportunity to take some rest. You've really performed miracles recently. See you later.
But why would he leave like that? Guard, do you know where my cousin is going?
Sorry, Your Excellency. His Highness didn't tell me anything.
You are one of his bodyguards, aren't you?
I am, Your Excellency. But recently it has been difficult to force His Highness to accept our presence.
Recently? You mean this isn't the first time he's left without an escort?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency,
You'd better tell me everything.
but Fine. I don't mean to be disrespectful towards him, but His Highness's behavior has been very peculiar recently. He sleeps very little, and goes out alone almost every night.
And it didn't occur to anyone that I should be informed.
Well, His Highness had specifically ordered us not to tell you about it.
And where does he go? I thought the days when he used to go from tavern to tavern were over.
He doesn't go to taverns, Your Excellency. From what I know, he goes outside the city.
Where could he go outside the city?
I've no idea. We saw him going north. That's all I know.
Listen. I know this matter is putting you in a difficult situation. You were supposed to protect my cousin wherever he went. But he refused and ordered you to keep your mouth shut. But Constantine is not just my governor. He's my cousin. I'm worried about him. He's already been abducted once when leaving the city. So if you know anything else...
I don't really know where he's going, Your Excellency. But I think I know where you could find out. When he doesn't leave the palace, he stays in his office for hours. He writes so much down in there that he could fill entire books. Here, I have the key. Take it. I hope you find His Highness and manage to make him see reason.
I don't like this at all. What could he be doing outside every night?
He never was very reasonable, but it is true that these walks at night are rather suspicious.
Starting to believe that the revelations of Anon Milfrictaman had some truth to them. Let's rummage through his papers. We may find a clue.
Ну, я думаю, что вот мой тезка Костян заболел болезнью, его пытались вылечить. И, короче, они провели, ну, так и было, что провели ритуал, который должны... Ну, короче, этот ритуал помогает становиться метаморфами, обычным жителям этого острова, вот в этих существ превращаться. И он рано или поздно должен в это превратиться. Но дело в том, что он не с этого острова, и скорее всего, что взамен... Ну, как сказать, вот когда провели этот ритуал, он был болен смертельно. Он получил вот эти метаморфозы, но при этом отдал острову болезнь. И в итоге все остальные метаморфы заразились из-за него. И теперь он единственный, кто... Ну, как бы... От него болезнь-то ушла, она перешла от него как раз к зверью, да, вот к этим всем. И в итоге он может, наверное, управлять теперь всеми остальными, потому что он остался единственным, кто, ну, не болен. Ну, то есть он обменял свою болезнь на вот эти вот новые, скажем так, навыки. Но он по-любому станет последним боссом. Вот я прям чувствую, что он изменится, там станет каким-нибудь уродом, монстром. Вон, он идет остановить, убивать. Вообще, почему Катасах так сделал? Он же должен был подумать об этом. Как бы Катасах умер, его называли мудрым. А он взял и... Ну, по его, получается, вине такой произошел. Лучше бы Костян умер и все. Вообще он нифига не похож на правителя. Такой же лодырь и бездельник, как и я. Ну просто я тоже Костян, а он тоже Костян.
It can't be easy to discover that your cousin has descended into madness. But we can't let him kill these people simply because he's afraid they might have seen him.
Существ как бы наводит. Ну да, это он как.
May the trees on your road always bear fruit.
Thanks. You saved us. These beasts would have torn us to shreds.
These animals were strange, as if they were enraged. Thanks again, Renaigse.
I'm glad I could help you. And perhaps you can do me a favor in return. I'm looking for a young man, a Renaigse. But he looks a bit like an Onol Manawi.
Someone like you?
In some ways. But his marks are different. Darker.
She's talking about the crazy Donegad.
Indeed, that might be him. Do you know where to find him?
No, we see him passing by around nightfall, but we don't know where he's going.
He walks along the path, often followed by some beasts.
He has a sinister look in his eyes. He scares me. So we stay hidden.
And you do well to hide. I think he's the one who sent these animals to attack you. Do you have any idea how I could figure out where he's going?
She could hide in the old house. She would see him passing by and could follow, couldn't she?
You're right. If you take this path to the right, you'll reach an abandoned house. You can hide there. And from up there, you will be able to see the path perfectly.
Thank you. You've been a great help. And stay hidden. You may still be in danger.
Be prudent, Onol Manawi.
А вообще Константина заразил ученый, да? Если бы он этого не сделал, то и тоже ничего бы не было.
You're very isolated here. Why live so far from a village?
It's a long story. Matir, will you tell him?
When I was young, I got engaged to a young man. But he wasn't my Minondanem. I thought he was, but I was wrong. And one day, I met the one I would love for all my life. As I had broken my engagement, we were exiled.
So, our parents came to settle here. They built this house, and we were born.
There. Now you know the whole story. Do you want to know anything else?
I'll leave you.
Qua awalems.
Такой вопрос, зачем он насылал зверей на наших союзников? Ну неужели он хочет из сестр захватить плюс те города? Ему не жирно будет. И вот опять же я уверен, что вот бич компьютерных игр в том, что все пытаются все делать по совести. Почему, к примеру, не может быть такого поворота сюжетного, что он рассказывает мне, а я скажу, да давай захватим весь остров, почему бы и нет. И мы бы пошли бы всех уничтожили.
Let's wait here to see where Constantine goes.
Ну, в плане, вот ты когда играешь любую игру за главного героя, ты почему-то всегда борешься за лучший мир. А почему вот нет никогда такого, что взять и предать всех, и потом всех убить и всех захватить?
It's Constantine. With some friends.
Раньше там был закрыт проход. Но здесь было закрыто раньше.
He must have used this passage. We'd do well to follow him.
А это же путь к пещере Бога, вроде бы. Может и нет. А, или это я здесь сажался, что ли, с боссом, да? Да, это я здесь просто босса убивал. Который управлял зверьми, которые нападали на союзников. Сейчас, минутку.
What are you doing?
Cousin! You're here! I would have preferred that you learn all of this another way. To be able to reveal everything to you in better circumstances. But whatever power we earn, there are some things that escape us.
I have no idea what you were talking about. But
Ну,
what are
рога,
you
кстати,
doing
выросли
here?
больше.
I seem monstrous to you. I am well aware of that. But I promise to explain everything when the moment is right. Then you will understand. You will see. Oh, the temptation is so great to share all with you right now. You have done so much for me. You have given me so much. I haven't forgotten, believe me. But I still have more to do. Forgive me and have patience. Hold them back. But do not kill her for anything in the world.
Constantine, come back and explain yourself.
What your cousin is Naga is obtained. If Katasa had known, he would have let him go.
He's gone mad. That's the only explanation.
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward on this train.
Против этого яд помогает. Это прям один из первых боссов, точно такой же был с копьем. Я на нем, когда вот начинал игру, убирал много раз. Ну сейчас, во-первых, я сильнее, ну правда он тоже сильнее, но... А, так у меня изучил вообще это навык, или я его потом не изучал, уже забыл. Что не могу? А, вот.
my children, my guardians, pervert my force.
Yes, but I don't understand.
What he wants, eternity, strength, power. It is what they all want. Those who take without looking beyond themselves. Like all those from the faraway lands.
He wasn't like that. He couldn't care less about all that.
Then it is the sickness, the brevity of his existence that terrified him to the point it changed who he is. You must stop him. Each time that he bonds, he destroys me a little more. And with me, the hope for a cure. And now it's my heart, my most sacred sanctuary that he covets. You must kill him.
That is madness.
The consequence of his folly, yes. Believe me, there is no other solution. Stop him, flesh of my earth, or there will be nothing left to save.
I still can't believe this.
I understand what you feel. I have trouble believing it myself, but Enon Milfrichtenman never lies. We need to stop your cousin by any means possible.
We must learn more if we want to understand his plans and prepare against them. This hiding place he was talking about in his notes. We must find it.
Don't forget, he has a personal guard. He's bound to have warned them against us after what happened.
You're right. We should be careful.
And we're gonna need an army. Alone against all of these creatures will be no match for them.
The natives will follow us. What do you think about the Nords?
I would like to answer you myself, but alas, I cannot. The question will have to be asked to the Admiral.
We should also be able to count on Sieglinde. Her troops will be all the more welcome. And of course, we can also go and find the Mother Cardinal, as well as Governor Buren. What an absurd project. On the continent, they would brand us insane, but not here, on an island where everything is possible, and all folly is accepted. Let's go. We need to put an end to all of this.
Торговое содружество вражда. Ну вот, видимо, всю игру ты собираешь... А, не вражда, подозрительность лишь только уменьшилась. Торговое содружество это... Ну, это я отсюда. Это моя страна. Альянс это ученые, Телема это церковь. Ну, стражи это просто охранники. Нафта это моряки, островитяне это понятно кто. Туземцы. Просто, ну, сейчас почему-то стало, у меня была с ними дружба. Только вот здесь была симпатия. Типа, потому что, видимо, они сейчас будут все против меня, потому что Константин главный. Ну, он же и главный. Ну и, короче, видимо, они все пойдут за меня. И вот если бы я выбирал плохие варианты событий во время игры, то они бы отказались. Ну и было бы сложнее, наверное, в конце. Ну, честно говоря, вообще слишком много дают в игре положить. Ну, то есть, сдавая каждый квест, ты получаешь поддержку фракции. И такое чувство, что даже невозможно с ними всеми враждовать. Даже если захочешь. Потому что, выполняя любой квест, тебе и так дают поддержку в конце квеста. Даже хоть ты там переубиваешься. Конечно, я люблю плохие концовки, я бы хотел со всеми враждовать, но по игре такого просто не получится. Не, ну плохая концовка не всегда самая легкая, потому что, к примеру, вот то же самое метро. Весной я проходил метро, и у меня была плохая концовка, но чтобы получить хорошую, это намного тяжелее, чем плохую. Потому что надо никого не убивать. Просто я такой человек, что я люблю драму, но хорошую концовку всегда тяжелее сделать, чем плохую. Ну, потому что надо больше всякой херни делать. А убивать всех подряд это самое легкое. Главное, когда я стримил метро весной, мне еще писали, что стример играет как мышь, ну, типа как крыса, никого не убивает. Людям же не объяснить, что игра то, что... про то, чтобы действовать скрытно. А еще некоторые... Ну, вот, к примеру, у меня написано в заголовке, что игра на харде. Хард — это значит тяжелая сложность. А некоторые думают, что хардкор — это когда я должен всех подряд выносить и месить. Ну, вот когда вот я стримил метро, мне просто один зритель сказал, типа, что ты играешь как мышь, у тебя написано, что это хардкор. Иди убивай всех. Человек не понимал, видимо, концепцию игры вообще. Я, к примеру, метро не только играю, но я прочел все 3 книжки. Ну, метро 33, 34, 35. Вообще, обычно, если я во что-то играю, то я это и читаю. Куда идти? А почему меня сюда? Почему я не мог сам сюда-то? Ну, тот же самый Ведьмак. Вот Ведьмака я, правда, не стримил, потому что, ну, в то время я еще вообще не стримил. Но при этом я прочел все 7 книг саги. Ну, я не знаю, по-моему, просто нет, ну, я знаю, даже вот топовые стримеры, многие играют на средних сложностях, некоторые даже на легких. Но я не знаю, зачем показывать игру, на которой ты играешь на легкой сложности, потому что даже любой зритель может точно так же, ну, я имею в виду, просто может точно так же сыграть на легкой. Мне кажется, что интереснее смотреть, как игрок развивается там, или какие-то препятствия проходят на тяжелом. Я не знаю. Ну, для меня уже все легко, все ложатся как мясо, но потому что я одетый просто. Чего уж поделать. Поначалу игры вот было тяжело.
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Lady de Sardet, what can I do for you?
Do you remember I thought someone must have been responsible for the attacks you sustained?
Yes, you thought that this guardian who sent us the animals couldn't have been acting alone.
And I was right, sadly.
You're hesitating. Are you afraid of my reaction?
Indeed. As the person responsible is none other than my cousin, Constantine.
Does this mean that the congregation has decided to wage war on us? And thanks to which obscure alliance has your cousin been able to manipulate these creatures?
Constantine acted alone, and he betrayed us as much as he betrayed you, believe me. As for the way he manipulated these creatures... Do you remember that my cousin was sick?
Absolutely. And it is said that his recovery was the result of a rather suspicious miracle. Are you telling me that your cousin has made a pact with the demons of this island?
Something like that. He was cured by a donegad of the island who performed a bonding ritual. But the power he received from this made him thirsty for more, and he bonded himself to other places, thus gaining control over the guardians who were protecting these sacred places.
But why attack us? Did his madness make him forget about our alliance?
His thirst for power is making him want to control the island entirely by himself. And I know that for this purpose he will soon attack the natives' main sanctuary on the volcano. I won't stand a chance against all the creatures he's taken control of. and I need some help. I will go and find the other factions, of course, but we need the help of Ptolemy. Having a common enemy should help us forget all the differences that have been opposing us.
The idea that we would protect the sanctuary from an insular demon is completely insane. But you have helped us several times, and I trust your judgment. You can count on our help. My men will fight by your side.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Thanks to your wisdom, we have a chance to prevail. I must leave you.
Naturally, Your Excellency.
Ну, конечно, было бы лучше, наверное, чтобы мне все отказали. Это было бы тяжелее и... Ну, просто. Но я так люблю. Ну, в этой игре просто такая проблема. Если со всеми ссориться, то ты не получаешь бонусов. Особенно от союзников. Ну, я вот так говорю, что за каждый квест дают слишком много положительной кармы. Вот у меня было, что последние 2 квеста за островитян я играл, и у меня было, что у меня было -6 написано карме. И в итоге мы все равно в дружбе. Да, вот я просто был против них, ну, последнее время. Ну, так получалось. И все равно дружба не спала, даже на симпатию не уменьшилась. Ну, у церкви и ученых война. Но они будут вместе, видимо.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sarde, and to what do I owe this honor?
I have come to solicit your help, and to propose we forge an alliance.
An alliance? Against whom?
You remember, no doubt, the attacks that fell upon Hikmet, but also San Mateus and against the natives.
Of course. You told me that different guardians sent the beasts.
Precisely. And the guardians were manipulated by someone. I discovered who it was. This revelation will not please you, but I have no choice but to tell you. It is Constantine.
Surely you jest. What is the meaning of this? Do you know how many men have died during these attacks?
Allow me to continue, I beg you. My cousin's sickness shook him to the core. Then there was a ritual and his capture, and Constantine has fallen to madness. He has been increasing these rituals in order to link himself to the island to gain power and manipulate its creatures. He is fighting a war against everyone, and it now appears that he wants to take control of Teofridi. He is preparing to attack the volcano sanctuary, and I need help to stop him. It is in the name of the congregation that I come to see you. Constantine betrayed us as well.
That's madness. It is complete madness. All of this superstitious nonsense. These absurd theories. I believed you sincere, de Sarde, which does not mean that I believe you now. But no matter. You are in need of men to stop your cousin who has already attacked us?
Precisely. I have already gathered support, but I need as many allies as possible.
Let us be clear.
I don't believe for an instant that this story has a link to the island or whatever foolishness, but I do trust you. You have rendered us valuable services and have supported us. And since we cannot allow the crimes of your cousin to go unpunished, we will stand beside you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. You have improved our chances of success tenfold. I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lady.
Еще минутку. Но он сейчас верховный король, и я ему помог стать королем.
To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Nothing good, I fear. I have come to ask for your help in stopping my cousin.
Your cousin? The leader of New Serene? The one who was ill and disappeared?
Yes. Katasak had him undergo a ritual that bound him to the island in order to cure him. But the power he acquired from it made him thirst for even more power, and he turned on his allies. He intends to attack the sanctuary of Dorhad Genadu.
I understand now who Enon Milfrichtiman was talking about.
We need to stop him, and we will succeed only by gathering all the people who have settled on this island. I already managed to convince some people, so we will not be alone in battle. In the face of such danger, the grudges of old must be cast aside. We must all become allies.
You know how important peace is to me, and my duty as a High King is to answer the call of Enon Milfrichtiman. We will fight alongside you, Karants. I am no fighter, but our best war chief, Deirdre, will be leading our warriors. I would be honored if you would take this weapon with you, as a token of my friendship. May the volcano give you its strength and fury. Good luck, Karants.
Thank you, Ulan.
Anything else?
Nothing.
Говно дал какое-то.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I have come to ask for your help, Admiral. My cousin has been plunged into madness, and he apparently wishes to conquer the whole island. He took control of many creatures by reenacting rituals he learned from the islanders. And now he uses them to attack the cities and villages of those he considers to be his rivals.
A difficult situation, admittedly, but one that does not concern us. Who's in charge of the island is none of our business, Desarde, and you know that.
It actually does concern you. If my cousin takes control of the island, soon there will be no ports where your ships can berth. He's not looking for political influence. He desires power. Absolute power.
I see. It's a decent argument. So what now?
We must stop him at all costs. And for that, I will need allies. I already have the support of other factions, but I was hoping I could count on the help of the Nords.
You can. My men aren't really used to fighting on land, but they will be by your side. You have proven time and time again that we can trust you.
Thank you, Admiral.
May the winds be in your favor, Desarde. You'll need all the help you can get.
Hello, Commander.
Lady Desarde, how can I be of service to you?
I have come to ask for your help.
I'm at your service, Your Excellency. What is it you want from me?
We need reinforcements to protect the sanctuary of the natives, north of the island.
Very well. I will send some troops there. But may I ask who or what they will be fighting?
Creatures in great numbers. And probably my cousin.
I beg your pardon?
As your men must have told you, he has changed a lot recently. Ever since he was cured of the Malachor and bonded to the island, he has become obsessed with power. He is now targeting the heart of the island. If he succeeds, we're all doomed.
I have indeed heard reports of the Governor's peculiar behavior. Since he is our employer, I asked my men to turn a blind eye. But thanks to your help, we avoided dishonor. I won't forget it. If you're telling me that we are in danger, and that we need to go to this sanctuary, we'll go.
Thank you, Commander.
Anything else?
I have to go.
I also have a lot to do.
The cave that Constantine indicated in his notes shouldn't be very far.
Let's be careful. He probably put some guards at the entrance. Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Давай уже занят позвонить. Понятно.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Даже прокачивать нечего. В начале игры реально было тяжело вот решать, куда же идти по веткам, а сейчас уже вообще очки просто так лежат, и даже нет смысла что-то открывать. Но он делает везде. Короче, просто тут такая тема, что туземцы делают лишь один обряд на одного человека, и этот человек становится метаморфом. Но он получает силу, как бы, силу острова, да, становится вот этим вот боссами, которых я убиваю. Но они не трогают туземцев, это типа бывшие люди. Они защищают природу. А Костян решил, короче, завладеть прям всеми силами. Ну, то есть есть, к примеру, босс там, ну, вот, водный, там, да, там, один летающий, там, лесной и так далее. Ну, как бы это каждая сила какой-то там своей стихии. А Костян решил, короче, что он хочет сразу все, и поэтому он везде делает обряды, чтобы потом победить бога острова и уничтожить остров.
Constantine has marked several places on this map. I recognize some of them. They're sacred places for the natives, places of connection. This place. This journal. Oh, my poor Constantine. You have completely lost your mind. What are you hoping to achieve with these rituals?
No Donegad has ever done such a thing. It goes against the balance that we are defending. Enon Mirfrichtemann was right. Your cousin wants power. He is feeding from the strength of Tyr Fredi.
So much so that he is threatening Anon Milfrichtemann himself. He wants to take his place. To think he's been plotting this absurd plan for weeks. He even used us to achieve it. The intruder in the sanctuary was certainly sent by him to scout the place. We will need to gather allies if we're going to stop him. But we will also have to weaken him and break apart the bonds that he has established.
In that case, it would be best to go see Dunkus. After all, he did say that his clan knew how to heal the earth, didn't he? And Merv is a bit too hostile.
You're right. Let's go and find him.
Ну, в принципе, я Костяна не виню, потому что вот, он мой тезка, меня тоже зовут Константин, и, честно говоря, я бы делал, наверное, то же самое, что и он. Все мы, Константины, хотим власти. Да шучу, конечно, я добрый стример. Стример добрый, а человек говно. Шучу. А может и так, не знаю. Ну, даже сюда мне уже вкладывать особо... ну, пушку можно только если купить. Ну, зачем она нужна? Просто вот выносливость 5, ну да, она даст мне здоровье. Но при этом я не видел в игре ни одной шмотки, которая требовалась бы 5-й выносливость. Вот. Тут везде нужна вроде 4-я. Ну, там курта вот 4-я. Я, короче, понял, в чем... вот, да, нет, значит, я не понял, в чем. Ну вот, 4-я выносливость. Но 5-й я не видел никогда, вообще такой шмотки нету. В итоге смысл брать выносливость только из-за того, что хп поднимется. И у меня хп, как будто я в World of Tanks танк уровня 9, наверное. Но если 3-ю меткость возьму, то просто будет... Могу какую-нибудь пушку купить, но нафиг нам надо. Ну, к примеру, вот пушки есть 5-го уровня, которым требуется... Вот у меня двуручный меч, нужен 5-й уровень ловкости. А вот шмотки такой вообще нету в игре. Не знаю, почему, зачем так сделали. Ну, надо хп поднять лучше.
What brings you here on Almanawi?
I need your help. You may have heard about the strange guardians who are leading the animals to attack everyone.
Yes, Darren of the Donea Exregao sent me a messenger to tell me about it.
It is the work of my cousin. He completed the bonding ritual in several places on the island. Every time he bonds himself, he becomes more powerful, transforms the guardians and sends them to attack his enemies.
And he weakens the island and threatens us all. Katasach and Evosh should never have bonded him. His spirit is not in balance. The only thing he does is take and take again. He will eventually devour everything.
Enonmil Frichtemann did warn me that he would now turn his attention to the heart of the island.
What are you planning on doing, and how may I help?
We are gathering our allies. But if we want to stop him, we will have to weaken him.
And break some of his bonds. I see. I will have to talk about this with the rest of the Donegada, and hope that they will answer my call. But in the meantime, the Beraig Nodas will accomplish their duty. However, we will need your help.
What can I do?
During the ritual, the one who is bonding himself spills some of his blood near the base of a stone. And this blood summons a guardian. The guardian lifts the stone so that it may serve as an anchor point for the bond. The only way to break this bond is to have a guardian topple the stone. We will be able to do it, but these rituals take a long time. Too long to be done quickly. So, in the meantime, you must prevent your cousin from drawing magic from the place. Here, take these seeds and plant them at the bottom of your cousin's bonding stones. These plants grow very fast, and their roots will prevent him from drawing the strength of Tifradi. However, you must be careful, because the guardians corrupted by him will come to defend the stones.
Thank you, Dunkus.
And thank you for wanting to stop your cousin. Don't worry. I will send my people to finish the work of the plants I have given you.
I must admit that I expected Dunkus to be more angered when he learned what Constantine had done.
He's a sage amongst sages, even amongst the Donegada. Enonmil Frichtemann speaks in his ear. I think he already knew what was happening, even before we came to see him.
I almost regret not choosing him to become High King. Let's plant the seed Dunkus gave us at the base of the raised stone. Look, the plant seems to be growing extremely fast. The Doneigada of Dunkus's clan are sure to be here soon to finish breaking the bond.
Классно то, что... Ну как классно? С одной стороны, это легко, что союзников воскрешаешь даже не рядом с ними. Хоть там за километр от них стоишь, просто юзаешь порошок, они встают. Ну это облегчение, конечно. Во многих играх обычно надо подбегать. Это было бы намного тяжелее. Ну как намного? Ну в среднем тяжелее. Просто обычно в играх надо подбежать вплотную. Ну почти. Со зверями.
We can access the stone and plant Dunkus's seed. Look, the plant seems to be growing extremely fast. The Doneigada of Dunkus's clan are sure to be here soon to finish breaking the bond. Hello, Glendan.
Birt Tirtomadon Olmenawi. What can I do for you?
To tell you that men are going to come all the way to the sanctuary. Some Renaigse.
I thank you for coming to warn me in person. But our High King has already spoken to me. I am disgusted to welcome warriors of the faraway island. But the decision is not mine. And in truth, we do not have the choice, do we?
No. It is all of Teofridi and Enon Milfeuchtman that's in danger. We have need of every able warrior to protect them. You need to prepare yourself as well. I fear that you will not be spared.
We will fight, have no doubts. Because such is our duty and our will. These are our lands that are attacked.
I have no doubt. Good luck, Glendan.
May the rocks give you their toughness. You shall need it more than everyone else. Can I do anything else for you?
I must leave.
Точка невозврата. У меня больше нет заданий, только задания по поиску свитков, ну, писем. Ну, там искать 100 лет, естественно, я выполнять не стану. Ну, я одно выполнил, там дали 150 рублей, да и все. Видимо, это последнее, что будет в игре, последний квест. Может быть, когда-нибудь я эту игру переиграю чисто ради плохой концовки. Ну, вот если со всеми ссориться, но это также... Тут, наверное, со всеми ссориться даже тяжелее. Потому что, я говорю, за каждый квест дают репутации, очки. Вот мне бы хотелось посмотреть, что будет, если мне... Вот у меня бы не было тут дружбы, и все бы отказали мне в поддержке. Что было тогда? Ну, я, правда, еще не знаю, что будет сейчас, но... Так, сейчас минутку.
How are you feeling, my child? What you are about to do is difficult.
Don't make it harder than it has to be, Petrus. Fighting against your cousin isn't pleasant, but it's the only logical thing to do.
A nicer way of saying she has no choice.
Indeed. I must stop Constantine, regardless of what it may cost me. Not only to obtain an antidote to the Malachor, but also to save this island.
I have learned many things by your side, and thanks to you, I was able to give my mother back to the earth. I won't forget this. And this is my land, my people. I will be by your side. You will not go through this ordeal alone.
What's happened to Constantine is regrettable. But you're doing what must be done. You're a good person, Greenblood. And you can count on your old master of arms to protect you.
We will all be with you. After all, this concerns all of us, doesn't it?
Naturally.
We will be by your side to support you both physically and spiritually.
Thank you. You have been precious allies. And you are proving once more the value of your friendship. Now, let's go. It'll be a shame if we arrive too late.
Да и вообще, вот если, к примеру, портить отношения и не делать дружбу с союзниками, предположим, они бы меня сейчас все отказали. Проблема в том, что ты лишаешься половины контента игры. Ты квесты, если не делать их квесты, ты не будешь с ними дружить. Ну, получается, ты пройдешь игру за... Ну, вот мне потребовалось 10 стримов, это примерно, 50 часов. А так, наверное, за 2 дня можно пройти. Но ты при этом дофига чего не отыграешь. Поэтому тут такое.
The entrance to the sanctuary has been forced. A fight took place here.
Что, все будем вместе сражаться?
Let's hurry.
Хорошо, что я всех одел. Даже эту нигершу, которая мне не нравится, с ружьем.
Desade, glad to see you. Sadly, we couldn't stop your cousin.
He suddenly stormed our position, along with a horde of enraged creatures. We didn't stand a chance.
And now there are beasts attacking us relentlessly. My men are doing all they can to stop them.
We thought it best to stay here to keep the path open for you, should you want to face your cousin.
Thank you. You did well. I'll do everything in my power to catch him and stop him from carrying out his plan. Keep holding on as long as you can. I need to be able to reach him.
Wait, there's a group of creatures coming.
Maybe it likes you protect me in this battle.
I'll stay here with them, Greenblood.
He's right. We must help them stop these creatures.
Are you sure?
Every minute gained is a minute that allows you to save us.
Glad to have you with us, Kurt. Just like the good old days.
And thank you too, Afra. It is an honor.
Enough with the talking, Greenblood. Go.
And stop Constantine. I'd hate to be doing this for nothing.
In that case, thank you. And good luck to both of you.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! See if you can ward off
Короче, я уже понял, что я один в конце концов останусь. Что, еще этот тут останется?
There you are. I was starting to think that we would die here for nothing. Your cousin just passed through here with a horde of beasts, and he keeps sending us more.
We won't hold very long. We're not used to fighting creatures like these.
We are, and we will hold long enough for you to reach the heart, even if we must die in the process. But you must chase him. You must prevent him from performing the ritual at all costs. If Enon Milfrichtiman dies, we're all doomed.
I'm well aware of that, believe me. But here come some more beasts. To arms!
bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
stay with my people.
And I'll stay with her. One blade more can't hurt.
We need to prevent the beasts from following your tracks.
Yeah, we could use some help here, to be honest.
I wouldn't have put it that way, but the Moridigan isn't wrong.
You see? Over and done.
You should go now. And may the volcano give you its strength.
Well, good luck.
There you are. Praise the enlightened. Your cousin
has already reached the heart. Our other allies informed me. They are also trying to stop the creatures.
What do you intend to do?
Pursue him all the way there and do everything I can to stop him.
In that case, may the enlightened keep you in his divine... Oh no. More beasts are coming. Be prepared!
Слава богу, у меня не 20 союзников, иначе это было бы бесконечно. Нормально сделали.
This time it's my turn. I'm staying with my people.
I knew you'd say that.
Well, I wasn't going to let the young ones get all the glory.
Your help would be a blessing, Father.
You see? You should go now, my child. Be careful. We are all praying for your success.
Thank you, Petrus. Be careful too.
Игра, конечно, интересная, но вот было два момента, один из этих моментов сейчас, что разрабам не хватило фантазии. Еще, да, первый момент это была арена, примерно вот одинаковая фигня, что на арене, короче, надо было 5 раундов пройти, 5 раундов. И в каждом раунде было просто одни и те же звери, просто большее количество. Типа в первом раунде 3, там, звери там, потом 5, потом 7. И так 5 раз. И только в 5-м раунде в конце был босс. И здесь то же самое, ну вот просто все однотипно. Я говорю, если бы у меня было бы сейчас 20 союзников, мы бы сейчас бесконечно бегали и убивали этих ящеров.
Constantine!
Restrain her!
Пауза, не жди.
I do not desire your death. I'm sorry.
Why? Why have you done this?
but for you. For us. So that we may live free at last.
This makes no sense. Constantine, it's madness.
You don't understand because you're still attached to the old world. This old, dying world which, to survive, has betrayed, used, and manipulated us and would not have hesitated to kill us.
Perhaps, but...
I've seen death, cousin. And I understood the vanity of it all. My father's ruses just so he could earn more power. The political bowing and scraping to preserve corrupted nations. I have been offered unrivaled power, allowing me to get rid of this. To send the old world back to its inevitable death and to build something new here. Something unique. And this new world is my gift to you. You and I could be its new gods, the immortal and benevolent monarchs.
He himself is the incarnation of the old world he is speaking of. He has its vices and its poison. For his own immortality, he's prepared to destroy everything around him, to break millennia of cycles. I implore you, flesh of my land, think of all the lives that will come to an end to feed his pride.
Don't listen to this old god. He's like all the others, after all, clinging to life. All you have to do is to bind yourself here, with me. And we will be gods together, forever.
Конечно же, я хочу быть богом, господи.
Come. Trust me. You won't regret it, cousin.
Who could have predicted, when my two young students left the port of Serene, that they'd become the gods of Tearfredi, thus plunging the world into chaos? Certainly not me. So it seems that I am a poor teacher. Amongst those who had tried to prevent the ritual from taking place, only a handful of dazed survivors remained, helplessly facing hordes of creatures following the orders of the two cousins. Afra and Petrus, former rivals, fell together. They couldn't accept this treason from the one they believed in. As for Vasco, he managed to run away and join the Naut fleet. Rumor has it that he went to their island, his heart full of bitterness, and never left it again. With his help, Kurt managed to leave Tearfredi, but only to die on another battlefield. Siora had done well to go back to her sister, who tried to lead a rebellion for a while, but just like the rest of the clans, she eventually acknowledged the power of their new gods. Exiled from the island, all our nations sunk into a state of constant warfare, each accusing the others of being responsible for their terrible defeat. The congregation is now on the verge of forming, and I have no doubt that the others will follow. The lives which haven't been taken by war will be taken by the Malicor. On Tearfredi, the Nauts report that nature has reclaimed its rights in the cities. After a period of chaos that saw the death of many rebel islanders, the survivors reportedly all ended up acknowledging the power of the two cousins. But sadly, this is nothing but hearsay, since the news we receive is scarce, and getting even more so.
Сейчас я на легком убью босса. Чисто посмотреть, что будет, если я выберу второй вариант. Ну, я обычно, если какую-то игру стримлю, есть две концовки, то я все обе, господи, обе стараюсь продемонстрировать. Но я не буду опять там извиваться. У него даже дани меньше стало. Разница чувствуется, я даже не прыгаю на шаг.
But for you, this all I've the
He himself.
All you have to come.
Good night, sweet prince.
After the fall of Constantine, things went back to the way they were. The settlers kept flowing in, and the influence of the old nations on the island increased. It relegated the natives to small enclaves around their villages. The Malachor devastated everything, and eventually even appeared on Tir Fredi. Those who bravely fought at Dor Had Genadu were celebrated everywhere. After all, if it weren't for this unlikely alliance, the island would have fallen into Constantine's greedy hands. Sieglinde took Kurt as an advisor, but he insisted on keeping his place alongside his former student and friend, watching her back as he always had. Siora obtained the title of Marl of the Red Spears alongside her twin. She leads them with wisdom, but often reunites with the one she still calls her Karants. Afra set aside her weapons and went back to her research on the native culture and flora of the island. It is said that she is even writing a book with the help of Dunkas's clan when not visiting her friends. For his bravery, Vasco was awarded the rank of commander. He now travels the sea at the head of a whole fleet, but he often comes back to visit his sister-in-arms. Petrus's ambitions have finally been fulfilled. He obtained the much-coveted title of Cardinal. Despite the responsibilities implied by such a title, he still sometimes visits the one he calls his child. Under Ulan's authority, the face of the island changed. New mines, fields, and sawmills appeared. Cities became larger. All of this contributed to the wealth and power of the Sisag-Names clan, at the expense of the others. Her friendship with Renaigse helped Deirdre to overcome her reticence. She willfully accepted to follow the orders of her new High King. Thanks to the help Dunkas's clan received, it continued on its mission to heal the Earth. It attracted many young islanders who were eager to learn. Following the investigations revealing the horrifying practices of Dr. Asili, the Alliance changed their methods and even appointed an ethics council to oversee the work of its scholars. The public revelations of Saint Matthias's life led to a deep change in Teleme. The Ordo Luminis was dismantled for good, and the missionaries' purpose is now to establish dialogue rather than conversion. Aware that their culture of secrets would lead them to their demise, the Nords changed their methods. They welcomed numerous new recruits amongst them, notably natives. Under Sieglinder's control, the Guard returned to the honorable values that had made its reputation. Despite the negative influence of some shady members in their midst,